Imagine a severely stuttering kid from a fading steel town, who would grow up to become the definitive, unkillable action hero of a generation, only to eventually face a devastating, silent battle that would slowly strip away his greatest assets: his voice and his mind. This is the extraordinary, deeply human reality of a man who redefined the very architecture of the Hollywood blockbuster, proving that a true hero does not need to be an invincible, muscle-bound superhero, but can be a vulnerable, wisecracking everyman just trying to survive the night. His journey from a blue-collar security guard in New Jersey to the absolute zenith of global cinematic superstardom, and ultimately to a dignified, fiercely protected retirement, is a masterclass in resilience, adaptability, and the enduring power of authentic charisma. To understand his legacy is to understand the evolution of modern action cinema, a landscape forever altered by an actor who brought profound humanity to the chaos of explosions and gunfire. The genesis of this unparalleled cinematic phenomenon began in the spring of 1955 in Idar-Oberstein, West Germany. Born Walter Bruce Willis to an American military father and a German mother, his early environment was marked by the transient, often harsh realities of military life. When he was 2 years old, his father's military service ended, and the family relocated to the working-class, industrial town of Penns Grove, New Jersey. It was here that the young Bruce faced his first major adversary: a severe, debilitating stutter that made everyday communication a source of profound anxiety and social isolation. Rather than allowing this obstacle to define his limitations, he discovered a miraculous coping mechanism on the stage of his high school drama club. Acting provided a structured environment where he could step into another person's shoes, and remarkably, the stutter vanished the moment he delivered a character's lines. This early, transformative experience forged an unbreakable bond between performance and personal liberation, setting the stage for a lifelong dedication to the craft. After high school, he briefly attended Montclair State University, but soon dropped out, taking a job as a security guard at a DuPont chemical plant to support himself while he contemplated his next move. Driven by an insatiable ambition and a deep-seated belief in his theatrical potential, he packed his belongings and moved to New York City in the late 1970s. The transition was grueling. He spent his days working as a bartender and his nights auditioning for off-Broadway productions, enduring countless rejections in a highly saturated, fiercely competitive market. His persistence eventually paid off when he secured roles in various stage productions, honing his comedic timing and developing the signature laid-back, sarcastic delivery that would become his trademark. The true catalyst for his mainstream breakthrough arrived in 1985, when he was cast as the wisecracking, charming private detective David Addison in the television series Moonlighting, opposite the established star Sybil Shepherd. The show was an instant, massive cultural phenomenon, celebrated for its innovative, fourth-wall-breaking humor and the electric, palpable chemistry between its leads. His performance earned him multiple Emmy and Golden Globe awards, transforming him almost overnight from a struggling bartender into one of the most recognizable and sought-after faces on television. However, television fame was merely a stepping stone to his ultimate destiny. In 1988, he made a highly controversial and risky decision to leave the safety of his lucrative television contract to star in a big-budget action film adaptation of a novel. The studio was deeply skeptical, viewing him primarily as a comedic television actor rather than a viable leading man for a gritty, high-stakes thriller. The resulting film, Die Hard, fundamentally shattered the existing paradigms of the action genre. He portrayed John McClane, a weary, divorced New York City police detective who finds himself trapped in a Los Angeles skyscraper during a terrorist takeover. Unlike the invincible, stoic muscle men who dominated the era, his character was remarkably vulnerable. He was barefoot, bleeding, exhausted, and terrified, relying on sheer wit, improvisation, and desperate resilience rather than superhuman strength to defeat his enemies. The film was a monumental, record-shattering critical and commercial success, instantly catapulting him into the stratosphere of global superstardom and establishing a new, deeply relatable archetype for the modern action hero that countless films would attempt to replicate for decades to come. Following the massive success of his skyscraper thriller, he strategically navigated his career to avoid being permanently typecast as a one-dimensional action star. He demonstrated remarkable versatility by taking on a diverse array of challenging, complex roles throughout the 1990s. He delivered a haunting, emotionally resonant performance in a supernatural drama about a child psychologist who discovers a terrifying secret, a role that showcased his profound dramatic depth and earned him widespread critical acclaim. He also starred in a visually stunning, genre-bending French science fiction epic, proving his ability to anchor large-scale international productions with effortless charm. However, the true renaissance of his career arrived in 1994 when he collaborated with a visionary, independent filmmaker on a groundbreaking, non-linear crime anthology. His portrayal of an aging, morally compromised boxer grappling with his conscience was a masterclass in subtle, layered acting. The film was a seismic cultural event that revitalized his career, proving to the industry and audiences alike that he possessed the dramatic gravitas and comedic timing to excel in highly sophisticated, artistically ambitious cinema, completely transcending his action hero origins. As the decade progressed, he seamlessly balanced high-concept blockbusters with critically acclaimed character studies. He delivered a captivating, unhinged performance as a time-traveling convict in a dystopian science fiction thriller, a role that earned him a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor and further cemented his reputation as a highly adaptable, fearless performer. He continued to dominate the global box office with a massive, effects-driven disaster epic about a team of deep-core drillers sent to space to prevent an asteroid from destroying Earth, a film that perfectly capitalized on his established persona as the reluctant, blue-collar hero saving the world. He also explored the darker, more psychological corners of the superhero genre in a grounded, realistic comic book adaptation, once again collaborating with a visionary director to create a film that subverted traditional genre expectations. Throughout this prolific period, he maintained an astonishing work ethic, consistently delivering polished, engaging performances that guaranteed both critical respect and massive commercial returns, solidifying his status as one of the most reliable and bankable stars in Hollywood history. Beyond the glittering marquee lights and the roaring applause of global audiences, his personal life has been a subject of intense public fascination, characterized by deep loyalty and a profound commitment to family. In the late 1980s, he married a rising, fiercely talented actress, and together they formed one of the most iconic, highly photographed power couples of the 1990s. Their relationship was marked by a vibrant, playful public dynamic and a shared dedication to their 3 daughters. Although their marriage eventually ended in a highly publicized divorce, they managed to navigate the split with remarkable maturity, maintaining a close, supportive friendship for the sake of their children. He later remarried, welcoming 2 more daughters into his life and expanding his already large, tightly knit blended family. He has consistently prioritized his role as a father above all else, often structuring his demanding filming schedules around family life and fiercely protecting his children from the intrusive glare of the paparazzi. This grounded, deeply personal devotion stands in stark contrast to the chaotic, larger-than-life personas he frequently portrays on screen, revealing a man who values quiet, domestic stability above the superficial allure of Hollywood fame. As the entertainment landscape shifted dramatically in the 21st century, his career trajectory evolved in response to both changing industry dynamics and personal financial obligations. While he continued to appear in major franchise installments and ensemble action films, a significant portion of his later work consisted of a high volume of direct-to-video and streaming releases. While some critics dismissed this prolific output as a decline in artistic standards, those closer to the situation understood the pragmatic realities of his choices. He has openly expressed a genuine, lifelong love for the act of filmmaking itself, viewing every set as an opportunity to work, collaborate, and stay active. Furthermore, it is widely reported that this period of intense productivity was driven by a desire to resolve complex financial and tax liabilities, a testament to his relentless work ethic and sense of responsibility. Even in these lower-budget productions, he brought a level of professionalism and recognizable star power that elevated the material, proving that his dedication to the craft never truly waned, regardless of the scale of the project. The most heartbreaking and profound chapter of his life began in the spring of 2022, when his family made the devastating announcement that he was stepping away from his acting career due to a diagnosis of aphasia, a cognitive condition that severely impacts the ability to communicate and process language. For a man whose entire life and livelihood were built upon the mastery of dialogue, timing, and verbal expression, this diagnosis was a cruel, unimaginable irony. The following year, the family provided a further, more specific update, revealing that his condition had progressed to frontotemporal dementia, a rare and aggressive form of cognitive decline. The announcement was met with an overwhelming outpouring of global grief, respect, and support from fans, colleagues, and the broader entertainment industry. Rather than hiding from the public eye, his family chose to face the tragedy with remarkable transparency, dignity, and unity, using their platform to raise awareness and funds for research into this poorly understood disease. The legacy of this extraordinary actor is permanently etched into the cultural DNA of global cinema. He fundamentally redefined the action hero, proving that vulnerability, humor, and relatable human flaws are far more compelling than invincible, stoic perfection. He navigated the treacherous waters of Hollywood typecasting with remarkable agility, seamlessly transitioning from a comedic television star to a dramatic powerhouse and a global box office titan. From the stuttering child in New Jersey who found his voice on the stage, to the barefoot detective who saved Christmas, to the beloved patriarch facing his final, silent battle with grace, his journey is a profound testament to the enduring power of resilience, hard work, and authentic humanity. He did not just entertain billions, he made them believe that an ordinary person, armed with nothing but wit and determination, could overcome any impossible odds. His films will continue to thrill and inspire audiences for generations, serving as a timeless reminder of the magic that happens when raw talent meets unwavering dedication.